locked into You Are Urban iPlayer Radio, the world's first urban podcast network.
Yeah, they need some real brothers critiquing the movie.
Yeah, giving up the real shit.
Right, man. You dig?
Real brothers.
Yeah. Welcome to Urban Guys at the Movies, episode 4. Bang, bang, bang.
Bro,
getting into it now.
4, you know.
Yeah, I know, man. On a roll still. On a roll. Get me.
Like this.
So, yeah, you know, reviewing movies with an urban twist. We'll explain that a bit more later. You know, I don't think we need to explain it every time.
Nah, I don't think
you want to introduce yourself?
Yeah, let me start with saying. Let me start by saying, my name is Kwame, Mr. Kwame if you're nasty. And to my right hand man.
Enigma.
My boy Enigma.
Keep it simple.
Mr. Enigma, Mr. Enigmatic, Mr.
Yeah.
Mr. E.
So
always thought that was a dope name, by the way.
Yeah,
the fact that it was Enigma and Mr. E and Mr.
Yeah.
E. Like,
I still use that.
That's dope.
Still use that.
Yeah.
So, we're going to get into some film reviews.
Yeah.
2 more recent movies.
And then obviously
One urban classic.
One urban classic.
And, you know, we're going to kick off with a movie that...
Why are you laughing when you say it? Like, you're already letting me know, like,
a movie that's,
your perspective. Like,
a movie that came out not too long ago. Yeah, I think
a little while ago. Not that
a little
long at
while
all.
ago. It should be able to pre-order and stuff right now.
Just came out of the cinema.
Yeah. Maybe you could even, I don't know if you can catch it. But the film itself is called
Southpaw,
starring
Jake Gyllenhaal.
All right.
Why do you like that? That's hilarious.
Because we're going to get into this.
All right, let's get
so
into
break
it.
down to the people what Southpaw is about.
Let me give them the synopsis of Southpaw. Billy the Great Hope, played by Jake Gyllenhaal, the reigning junior middleweight boxing champion, has an impressive career, a loving wife and a daughter, and a lavish lifestyle. However, when tragedy strikes, Billy hits rock bottom. Basically, his wife gets murked. Billy hits rock bottom, losing his family, his house, and his manager. He soon finds an unlikely savior in Tick Wills, Forrest Whitaker, played by Forrest Whitaker. Allow it, man, please. A former fighter who trains the city's toughest amateur boxers. With his future on the line, Hope fights to reclaim the trust of those he loves the most.
Southpaw. Yeah, so what did you think, bro?
Do you know what's crazy? I actually liked it. And you know why? Do you know why I think I liked it? Do you know why I think I liked it? Which is quite weird.
Let me hear why.
Because I thought I was going to hate it. And I expected to hate it for probably 2 major reasons.
Which are?
One's Jake Gyllenhaal.
Himself, yep.
And the other is Anton Fuqua. And I'm a big fan of his, but he's been recently making duds.
Terrible movies, yeah.
And I don't understand why. So I thought, okay, I'm just not going to like it. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, we both saw Olympus Has Fallen.
Yeah.
Some think is a great movie.
I think it's good.
I've just got a lot of issues with it. And you know, like number 2's coming soon.
Yeah, London Has Fallen. Yeah.
And like, I don't know, just I had a problem with Anton Fuqua in that movie. Like, I just thought like, why is the film so damn dark? Like, I hate that. I can't stand that about Hollywood movies. Like, action films always need to be shot in the dark because you're trying to hide mistakes. You think we don't know this? Do you know what I mean? But on Southpaw, like, I actually thought I wasn't going to like it. So I was quite surprised when I did. And I was, it hurts to freaking say. But I actually like Jake Gyllenhaal in it.
Wow.
And I've never liked him.
Wow.
I can't stand him. But I like, he was Billy Hope. Like, he played the role so well. Like, I didn't hate him. I didn't hate him.
Seriously.
I'm serious, because I know what you're gonna say.
Okay.
Because I know you don't like him, and I don't either. This is the thing.
Yeah. I don't personally know anyone that likes Jake.
Not even his sister.
Not even his sister. Yeah, and that's one of the reasons why I don't like him. But we'll get onto that.
Oh, what, his sister?
Yeah, I don't. Yeah. Okay, like, all right. First off,
you don't like his sister?
No, I don't like his sister, fam. So, like, his sister, if you don't know Jake Gyllenhaal, his sister is Maggie Gyllenhaal, and she is actually the love interest of Batman in The Dark Knight. Yeah? So she replaced Katie Holmes' character. She's the one that goes off the building and gets blown up with Harvey Dent and stuff like that.
I don't know whose idea it was to put her in the movie.
Now, this is one of the reasons why I don't like Jake Gyllenhaal. Because your sister's shit, yeah? Your sister's dead, yeah? Your sister's really dead, fam. Really dead, like. And I can't respect a man whose sister's dead, yeah? Let's, for instance, back in the day, you know a man and his sister was ugly or shit. For some reason, you'd lose a little bit of respect for him. He ain't done nothing to you. But you would lose just a smidgen of respect just because, like, your sister's shit, innit? So how can I respect you? It's like something's gone wrong in the gene pool, innit? So, like, right. So your sister's shit. So that's a good enough reason to hate
horrible
you.
Yeah.
No, seriously. This is really unattractive. Google Maggie Gyllenhaal. Then go, and then see her and be like, close, because she ain't, close window, because she ain't nice at all. So, like, that's a reason to hate you. Second reason, your surname, Jake Gyllenhaal. like for real, look at it. Look at how it's spelled. It looks like Jake Gyllenhaal. No, real talk. Look at how the name is spelled. None of these
reasons are justified reasons to not
these
like.
Are straight valid reasons. I personally think that's valid. Yeah, that's two. Jake Gyllenhaal. Look at the name. It don't look right.
It looks Asian.
Yeah, it looks weird. It looks weird. Then, third, in this movie, yeah. All right. So let's do the spoiler. Yeah. Let's do the spoilers. Let's do the spoiler. So things are going well. He's a boxer. His thing is he always takes a lot of punishment in his fights.
He doesn't defend well.
No, he doesn't defend well. He takes a lot of punishment and then he'll come back and beat you, yeah? So you're like, you're world champion and all that, you're smacking it, blah, blah, blah. And then, for some reason, you break down because your wife gets murked. Now, let me talk about the wife getting murked first.
Bruv,
yeah?
that scene got me. I'm not even going to lie.
What scene, Brethren? What scene?
Bruv, why are you doing this?
What, when she got shot in
at the charity ball?
Yeah. Right, let me break it down. There's a charity ball, yeah? And then some next to you, that's a middleweight contender, likes to run off his mouth, was there, starts chatting some shit to Billy. Billy gets into a hype, guns pop off, his wife gets shot. My thing is, first off, why is the man them strapped at charity ball, fam? Why are you bringing guns, fam?
Bruv, they're gully dudes already. They're from the street.
Nah, fam. Why are you bringing guns to a charity ball, yeah? Secondly, why the fuck didn't he listen to her when she said, let's just go?
Yeah, that's true.
When the white woman says to you, let's just go, you just go.
You just go.
Yeah? That's a rule in movies, bruv. When she say it, you go, bruv. Doesn't matter. Because something gonna pop off if you go back. You went back and your wife got shot. Then
that is true.
You break down like a little pussy.
No.
You got a daughter, innit? Why are you breaking down for, fam?
I can't condone this.
Why are you drinking, fam?
Enigma?
Why are you crashing into trees? You're a pussy, blood.
No. Bro,
you're a pussy. And you're orphan as well, you know, brethren. So then you meet a next orphan, you breed her up, you get one ute, yeah? And next thing you know, you're ready to make her an orphan and she gets taken away because you're getting jarred over your wife getting murked.
That's true.
So what if your wife got murked, fam? You're a middleweight champion. Go draw a next thing.
What's wrong with you? You can't say that. No. Wait. I have to defend. Sorry, Jake Gyllenhaal, as you say it. I have to defend him here, or Billy Hope, because, bruv, he was with that woman since the age of 12.
I hear
was
you.
it 12 or 13 or something? Mad young.
I hear you.
Like, that had been his girlfriend from day. Like, she not only was his best friend, she became his girlfriend and became his wife.
Manager and
everything. So he didn't just lose his life partner, he lost everything. So that's where the breakdown element comes from.
You got a you. So
I
you
get
have
that.
to remember, you got a you. And everything...
Okay, you're trying to tell me he's not justified.
You're
trying to tell me, though, he's not justified, to basically go through a complete breakdown when you think you lose your entire life and then go through the process of rebuilding it. Because that's what he did. He rebuilt his life. He came back.
Man didn't need to have the breakdown because you got a kid,
bruv, she died in your arms and you think it's your fault. Well, technically it was his fault.
Technically it was your fault.
It was his fault.
Yeah?
It was, yeah.
And this is what I'm saying, bruv. She's dead. Fine. Yeah, that's happened now. what about your kids? And then you're getting jarred when your kid's getting taken away from you. I just want her back home. But if you were just drinking and driving and crashing into a tree, why am I gonna believe you now, bruv?
You're right.
You get me? And then for me, this is the killer. This is the killer for me, yeah?
Yeah.
You see the scene when there's a scene when she gets taken away by social services, yeah? Then he goes to meet her at like a social service meeting place.
Yeah.
And then he's talking to her. She's emotional. She's really upset with him because of she's been taken away because of he's been wilding out. Yeah. Then she proceeds to hit him repeatedly in his face. Remember that part? Yeah, where she's slapping him. Now, okay. Yeah. Bro. This is the urban moment. And I watch a lot of movies and there's usually an urban moment where you think a black man would not take that shit in a brethren. Now, you're telling me from the first slap, you're gonna get 8 to 9 more unanswered slaps on me, fam. Are you mad? I don't care if the wife and grandma are dead, fam. I'm drapesing you up. You're my kid. Are you mad? Wait, whoa, what is this? What life is this that we're living that you can slap me up in my face?
No.
Because your mum died.
No. Enigma?
Oh,
no. Enigma. No, listen. Oh, wait, my God.
Because your wife died, because your mum died, you get the right to slap me in my face. Look, there's a lot of people there, yeah? So I wouldn't have draped her up. You know what I would have done? I would have walked up, get a glass, just a normal glass, pour it of water, put some ice in there, throw it in your blood clot face, fam. Yeah? That's a parenting tip right now. Anyone who's got a kid, yeah, and you want them to shut the hell up, go in the kitchen, get a glass, pour it, put some ice in there and throw it in their blood clot face and see if it don't slow them down. I've seen it happen. I've seen that shit happen in real life, bruv. This is facts. No one can keep wilding out after a tall glass of ice cold water with ice. The ice cubes are needed, so it lick you in your face as well, alongside the water splashing you. No person can keep it moving after that. That's what I would have done. You slap him in my face, yeah? Get one glass of water in your face, brethren, with ice cubes, and you're done. That's it. Yeah?
What is wrong with your life?
I'm just saying, innit? I
don't understand what happened to your life.
I'm just saying. There's so much wrong with this you. How can I back him in this movie, bro?
So you're saying that she's not allowed to be upset, yeah? Because her dad is acting like a dickhead. He is the reason she's now in the home.
She can be upset. She can draw the slaps. It's him that's taking it. That's what's jarring me. But you're a dickhead,
but
fam.
He has to take it because it's his fault that she's there. And she's angry that she wants him to man up, basically. You know that they were man up slaps?
Yeah, I know. And you man up when I throw that water in your face.
And it was an emotional scene. Like, that scene was emotional in the sense that it's like...
I say, can I get a glass, please? Can I get a glass of what? Water, please. There's some ice cubes in there. Throw it in her face, fam. So, look, anyway, what did you think of Forrest Whitaker in the film?
I liked him.
I like you're crazy. I was having the hit.
No, but don't you think it's hilarious? Don't you think it's joke that they actually touched on that?
Yeah, the crazy. No, I appreciate that they acknowledged.
Why's your eye like that? He actually says, like, why's your eye like that? That was one of the funniest scenes, and it's not funny.
I wonder if when Forrest read that in the script.
That's what I'm saying. They put that in. Anton Fuqua had the conversation with him and said, I got this, like, in the scene, I really want him to actually question your eye. Like, why's your eye like that? What is up with your eye? Like, I swear. I couldn't believe it when I heard it. Like, I had to rewind it. I said, did he really just ask him about Forrest Whitaker's eye? Is this in the script? Cut. It's like, cut. Is this in the script?
That wasn't in the script, man.
That's not in the script, dude.
You know, I heard Jake, he done an interview with Empire, and he was like, Forrest kind of stayed in character like all the time and was kind of tense with him type of thing.
Is it? Yeah. Oh, okay.
So they had a difficult relationship in the film and he had to earn his trust. Okay. That's almost how he was in real life. He kind of method acted the whole way out.
Interesting, because that role doesn't seem like it needs method acting.
Yeah, it's Forrest.
But I don't know. It's like I don't always like Forrest, but Forrest is a believer. Like, he's believable. Like, I don't know. There's something about him.
I'll give him that.
There's something about him I like.
I give him
and
that.
I don't always like him. But I'd liked him in it.
Feels like he should always be playing a slave.
No,
no. You know what I'm saying? Like, or the butler type characters, them.
Yeah, such a
like, it
freaking
feels
idiot.
like he should be playing them downtrodden black man. Oh,
Yeah, no, it's true. It's
woe
true.
is me. Blah,
But when
blah,
he played
blah.
that role in Jason's Lyric, I hated it. You know, he plays their dad, didn't it?
yeah.
I didn't like him in that at all.
No, he was kind of
I hated
deep
him in
in
that.
that, man. I didn't
Yeah.
like that.
I didn't like him in that at all.
He's one of the worst urban movie dads that we can think of.
Yeah, I believe that too.
Like, he really bad.
Yeah, I liked him as Tick Wells. I liked him.
Okay, well, you know,
Like,
he was
He
one
did
of the
a couple of
redeeming
things that
features.
annoyed me, like when he refused to train him. when 50 come.
we
Like, I
all
didn't
knew.
understand why he refused to trade him the second time around.
But you all knew he was going to.
Yeah,
in the
that was
end, to
obvious.
be fair.
The
Yeah.
premise of the film was very clear.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying? 50. Ooh, kind of didn't like him in this film. It's like
It was indifferent for me.
It's like, yeah, I mean, the role he was playing was obvious.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? He's playing the Don King role, you
Mm.
know, the Frank Warren role, whatever, the promoter role, boxing promoter role. He's I don't know what it is. He's not the worst actor.
No.
But I don't know what it is. It's like, I was just thinking, like, 50, man, slow down, say your lines clearer, man. I can't hear you, man.
He mumbles a lot.
He mumbles a lot. Like, there's a lot of lines I didn't hear you say, fam. Like, start again, fam.
You just need a bit more clarity.
Yeah, a little
You
bit
need
more clarity. Like,
you're not
rewind,
rapping.
fam.
Yeah, you're not rapping. So just,
You know what I mean?
that's the thing. He mumbled a lot of lines. And I know he was it was kind of like a new school Don King type of character,
Yeah.
but I don't know, he didn't really do nothing wrong or bad. I'll
No,
be
he
honest with
didn't,
you, fam.
but he didn't-
He just done the role, fam. Like,
It's
to be
like
fair.
anybody could have played that role.
Yeah,
and I don't like that when I feel that.
Yeah.
I like to feel that no one could. That's the reason why I like Jake in his film, because I didn't think anybody could have.
You know who
Which
this
is
was supposed to...
M. That's the craziest thing. If you didn't know and you go watch the film, and it's funny because when you watch the film, you can actually picture him in the role.
That's one thing I would say.
Yeah,
That's one
Eminem
thing
was
I'd
supposed
say.
to play the role that Jake Gyllenhaal played. He was supposed, the role was written for him. Like he pulled out like at the last minute. They actually started filming it. Like they filmed a lot of scenes with M, and then he had to pull out
I
or
didn't
something
know
like
that.
that.
Yeah.
Like I think, or they was about to start filming, but basically the full production was ready to go. And then I can't remember what they said exactly happened. Like he wanted to focus. Yeah, that's it. He changed his mind. Like I think he wanted to focus on the music again, which is why he's got the main theme song in the film. Phenomenal. He's got 2 songs in the film actually, but the role was actually written for him. So he was supposed to play that
Would you
character.
preferred seeing Eminem?
It would have been very interesting to see M play that role because he hasn't played another role since 8 Mile. And it was, in a sense, they said it was like a soft follow-up to 8 Mile. That's what they were saying. And ironically, you know, the little kid, the black kid, Hoppy, you know, the one that gets killed.
Oh, yeah.
Spoiler. Yeah. The one who he'll helps him with his gloves and he starts talking to and he wants to train with him and all that stuff. The little black kid with the afro. Yeah. That kid, literally, his name was Hoppy, named after Bunny Rabbit from 8 Mile. That's why it was called Hoppy. That's why the character was called Hoppy. Yeah.
Never knew that.
Yeah, that's the thing. It's not a known thing. It's literally like it's just one of them little things. Because again, because the role was written for M.
For me, the fight scenes were the only thing I got from it. I like the fight scenes.
Yeah,
I
the
thought
fight
they
scenes
were
were pretty
directed.
cool. They were well directed.
They look good.
They look quite real.
Yeah, they look real.
There was one amazing shot that Anton Fuqua did, and I was like, that's a shot right there. Like, obviously, because I'm a director, so I'm looking at all of these little things, and it's like looking at this scene. It's in the ring, and it's like it was slow motion, and it was like slowly panning towards Jake Gyllenhaal as he was sitting in his corner, and as the bell rung, and then he stands up and goes to fight.
Yeah, I remember that.
The scene looks
Yeah,
amazing. It looked clean. Like
clean.
I was like, yeah, that's a dope shot. It just looked dope.
Yeah, he
Do you
done
know what I
well.
mean?
He done well.
Yeah.
So did Antoine gain your respect a bit more with this
Not
one?
really, a little bit. Because I don't know, it's like I said, I expected to not like it, and I was surprised that I liked it, but I didn't think it was amazing.
So it wasn't like the directing that made you.
Not really. That one scene was amazing.
Yeah. So it was really Jake.
Do you want to? Yeah, it was. It was Jake. Jake carried the film for me. Jake and Forrest. Forrest was okay.
Damn.
50 didn't really care. I liked his daughter. Didn't think they used what's her name, Naomi
Harris
enough.
Yeah,
that was a waste.
Why is
And
she
that was
so
supposed-
mager? Why is she so skinny now? I'm sorry.
And
Sorry,
you know
Naomi.
that role
You're
was
skinny.
supposed to be given to Lupita.
Who?
Lupita Nyong'o was supposed to play that role.
Who that?
Lupita from 12 Years of Motherfucking...
Oh,
the
my
movie I
girl.
can't stand.
Oh, my
Yeah.
girl. She too busy doing Star Wars and shit.
For real.
Yeah, so...
Yeah.
no, so why would... she looked way too skinny in that film,
she
fam.
Very, very skinny.
Fam. Like, she looked like she haven't eaten since Skyfall.
Just...
Like, that's not good.
It's fucking hilarious.
That's not good. Like, she
Like,
didn't look nice.
yeah,
Like, she didn't look nice. And she
nah.
kind of hot.
She is nice. She's hot. She's sexy. But
she looked like she got the weight back on
yeah,
recently. But that
she
film
was wasted.
Like,
In that film. Like they didn't need her. Like,
could have been anyone.
Could have been anyone. And that's the
been
problem
anyone.
with a lot of Anton Fuqua's films that I'm seeing. It's like when I start thinking like anyone could have played that role. It's one of the reasons why I hated Brooklyn's Finest.
Yeah,
like,
that was terrible.
Brooklyn's Finest should have been one of the most amazing black films out.
But it wasn't.
It's not. It's one of the worst.
Because of Don Cheadle.
It's not because
It's
of
'cause of
Don
Don
Cheadle.
Cheadle.
It's partly because of Don Cheadle.
Mainly because of Don Cheadle.
But-
Can I ask a question?
Yeah.
One more question about Southpaw
Yeah.
and his jarring daughter.
Yeah.
How old was she?
I don't know, about 10, maybe.
Was she old enough for me to say she wasn't cute
No,
enough?
no. You can't say that. You can't say that.
She wasn't cute enough. She was not cute enough. She looked not cute. Let's just put this out there now. It's out there. Everyone knew it. When you watch Southpaw, you'll admit, you know what, the kid could have been cuter.
No, she was
Kid could have been
alright.
cuter.
That
Yeah.
was- she's
No, because the
10.
mum was pretty, fam. The mum was pretty. So the kid should have been cute.
Rachel McAdams is playing your mum. She's
What
Chris,
did-
fam.
Yeah.
Obviously.
So then the youth should have been
But they
prettier.
was reaching for a good actress, and she was a good actress.
The girl.
Yes.
Yeah, she was
good.
alright. She drew for the slaps.
She could
nicely.
cry on key. Like
yeah,
she
drew
was
for
on
the
cue,
slaps.
sorry.
I
She
give her
was
that.
good.
I give her that.
You know what I mean?
I
Like,
give her
they're
that.
hurting him. They're hurting him.
Yeah, no, I'll give her that. She done
You know,
alright.
she was right.
Alright. So how many picks? These our ratings are going to be extremely different.
Yeah, this is
It's going to be extremely different.
6.
Wow. Whoa. 6 picks.
That's kind of even pushing it. Like, and even though I said I liked it, because I'm very aware that I said I liked it, but remember what I originally said? I said I expected to hate it.
No, hey.
So for me to turn around and say I liked it is almost like I'm balancing out almost. I'm not saying I thought it was amazing. I'm just saying I thought it was okay. I liked it.
Damn.
I just didn't hate it.
Damn.
So 6. I really want to go down to 5.5, but I'll say 6.
Okay.
Phenomenal.
3 picks. Yeah.
Wow.
Completely forgettable, bland, nothing really. I got nothing from
All right,
it.
let's meet in the middle then and just say 5.
Got nothing from it.
Shall we
Yeah.
just say 5? All right, 4.5. 4.5 is the middle. 4.5.
Okay, 4.5.
4.5.
4.5.
picks.
Fine.
4.5
picks.
picks.
Yeah.
Wow,
Terrible.
Southpaw. Sorry.
Yeah, so you check out and maybe you'll disagree with us.
Yeah, you might. Yeah, please
check
go,
out
go
to see
watch
if you
it
disagree with us.
and let us know what
Yeah.
you think.
Cool.
At urban_iPlayer. That's the Twitter and that's our Insta.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Southpaw. Sorry.
You are locked into Urban iPlayer Radio, the world's first urban podcast network.
Yes. 2 urban guys at the movies.
And the next one we're going to be
To
reviewing.
review this movie at the movies. Mad Max
Fury Road.
Road.
Yo.
Interesting. This review's gonna. Okay, let me give the synopsis, and then we're
Yeah,
gonna jump straight
let's get
into
into
this one
this,
because this
yeah.
one's interesting. Years after the collapse of civilization, the tyrannical Immortan Joe enslaves apocalypse survivors inside the desert fortress, the Citadel. When the warrior Imperator Furiosa, these names are so weird, Charlize Theron leads basically Charlize Theron is Furiosa, leads the despot's 5 wives. What? Joe basically Immortan Joe's 5 wives in a daring escape. She basically kidnaps them and sets them free, kind of thing. She forges an alliance with Max Rokatansky, which is basically Tom Hardy.
Mad Max.
Mad Max, yeah. A loner and former captive, fortified in the massive armored truck, the War Rig. Love it. They try to outrun the ruthless warlord and his henchmen in a deadly high-speed chase through the wasteland. Let's get into this. Do you want to know something? That is so weird that we put these 2 films together, Southpaw and Mad Max. Another film I thought I was going to hate.
For real?
Really expected to hate it.
Wow.
Wanted to hate it. Not a fan. Don't like this sort of movie at all.
Wow.
Watched the whole thing and was like, damn, that was fucking amazing.
Yeah, some hot shit.
I was
Some hot
like,
shit.
okay, the main thing I loved about this film, hands down, the main thing I loved about this film was the direction. George motherfucking Miller
Incredible.
is a genius.
Incredible.
because these scenes were not easy to shoot.
No. All practical.
Wow.
Yeah, real stunts.
And don't get me wrong, they use a lot of CGI in this film.
Yeah.
But it was
a lot of it was practical.
The way he shot. And like, do you know the director of photography, the DOP, like came out of retirement to do this film.
Wow.
So you got to think of how much he must have believed in George Miller's vision.
Well, George Miller was the director of the
originals.
So,
yeah.
You know.
It's like, to me, I was like, raw. When you saw the landscape of the Namibian desert, that's where they shot in Namibia. It's like, he said when he was making it, he wanted to basically shoot the film. You know how most of these apocalyptic films look very dark and dreary and show like a dreary world, and the world looks all horrible and destroyed. He said he wanted to do the opposite, which is why the film is so colourful.
Okay.
Which is why the desert's very orange and bright. And
bright.
You
It
can
pops,
see everything.
man. The
It
whole
really
thing
does
pops,
pop.
really does.
And you know, one of the most genius things he did in terms of the directing and obviously having, I think it's John Seal, who was the DOP, to get him on board. You know, his wife edited it.
Serious?
He got his wife, she's an editor. He got her to edit the film. And she doesn't edit action films, which is why he got her to edit it. Because he said, I don't want an action editor to edit it. I want you to. She was like, do you think I can do it? And he was like, yeah, because you don't do this. And you're a woman. The film is led by women. So it's like, let it be edited from a woman's perspective. And it will give the whole film a completely different view kind of thing.
I know that.
Knowing all of this going into watching it made me think like, oh my, like George is amazing. Like I hated the beginning because like the beginning for me, I don't like all that weird shit.
Yeah,
like that weird, fast paced,
like blah blah blah.
And the face paint and the white shit. I'm like, I don't like this shit.
Yeah,
so I expected to hate it. I already knew what it was about, and I was like, I didn't like the originals. I didn't even like the Mel Gibson ones. I didn't give a shit about Tina Turner. Like, I just didn't care. But watching this, and you know what's weird about this as well? And this is going to be a big thing because I know you was going to ask me a question about Tom Hardy. I actually didn't think he was needed. I can understand anyone could have played that role. He wasn't like he was Mad Max. Didn't care. Like weirdly enough, even though I knew Tom Hardy was playing the character Mad Max, the opening scenes, you know, I actually, even though I knew this, I actually thought, I was like, is that Gerard Butler? Imagine that. That's weird, isn't it? It's like I know it's Tom Hardy. But I'm like, is that Gerard Butler? And that's what made me think like, and I know George Miller purposely like gave him as less lines as possible. He even said, he wanted the film to be appreciated in Japan as well as anywhere else in the world without needing dialogue, basically. So it's like
visually was going to
visuals
entertain people.
Are worldwide, basically, which is why there was little dialogue. Do you know what I mean? Which made a lot of sense. That's why Mad Max doesn't speak much. He doesn't. But
I think anyone could have done that, really.
Yeah, like I think like off head, I can think of about 4 or 5 actors that could have played that role.
Name them. I want to hear them.
Okay, I think
Gerard Butler. You said
definitely
one.
Gerard Butler.
Is Bradley Cooper? Could he manage this? Ryan Reynolds? Could he manage this?
Weirdly enough, I know they wanted that harder edge, which is probably why they got the Tom Hardy, like him as an actor. But I think, okay, maybe them guys are a little too soft to play this role. It would need the harder guys.
You need someone hard, dog.
It did need someone hard, but he's just not the only hard guy.
No, I hear you.
Like, I just felt like, I just realised I haven't actually given you any names.
You have not. So, you know, maybe he was. Maybe he was
because my mind's drawing.
All right, let me go. So we're talking about, I'm going to have to say it, white lead. White male lead.
Vin could have played it. Vin Diesel very easily could have played this role. Very easily. In fact, if anything, he probably would have done a better job.
No. It would have seen too much. It would have felt like Vin Diesel playing Mad Max.
I knew you were going to say it would have felt like
this is what Vin. There's a problem with Vin as well. Sometimes when you're watching him, you're watching Vin.
Yeah, okay.
Do you see him on the Jonathan Ross show the other day?
No.
Gave a really emotional
you
talk about Paul, man. Yeah, really did. Went in.
Oh, I need to see it.
He gave the reasons behind why he named his daughter Pauline.
Yeah, I know.
And he gave the reasons why. So it's deep. Definitely worth a check out.
Oh, I have to check that
out. Download that. But I think Vin would have been, one, it would have been too much pitch blacky. Two, Vin would have been Vin a bit too much in it. What, Daniel Craig?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah, I do. Daniel Craig could have done it. If he wasn't in contract for Bond, he could have done Mad Max. Yes, I
He's the only
truly
one I
believe
can
that.
think of right now with the right physicality that could lead a movie as well. Because you need to be able to headline. You're headlining, innit? This is,
as well. The dude.
obviously, Charlize Theron is in it, but you're Mad Max in it. So you
Who
need
else
to
is
be.
kind of big? To be honest, there's a couple of guys. The Rock could have played it, and I know that may sound crazy, but I think The Rock could have played it.
Actually,
I reckon.
that could have worked. Actually.
Yeah, I reckon Chris Hemsworth could have played it. Would have been
Chris
different for him.
Hemsworth, that's who I'm thinking would have been a good.
He could have played it. It would have been. It would have taken him somewhere else as an actor.
He would have good choice. Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Chris a bit soft. His
Maybe.
image comes. I'm not saying he's soft, but his image
that's
comes
what I'm
across a
saying.
bit
So
soft.
if he had done a role like this, it almost would have been like, oh, okay, Chris can do that. He's not just Thor.
Yeah, no, you
know what I mean?
Yeah, no, that's some good pick. That's a good pick. I like Chris. I like Chris. Daniel's too old, so I like Chris. I like Chris. He
No,
would
I
have
don't
worked.
think Daniel's too. Oh yeah, no,
Daniel's
Daniel
too
is too old
Daniel's
according to
too
Miller, because that's why
Mel Gibson
Mel
did
didn't
it.
reprise the role
Mel
because he
Gibson,
wanted to.
man, 79 now, fam. I don't know how old Mel Gibson is. Shit. Now he is too old for this.
You know that the film, this Mad Max, was supposed to have been made about 10 years ago, but they didn't make it because of Mel's problems.
Yeah, well,
Because of all the beef, all the racist shit, all of the stuff that he said. And it was like,
I'm glad
we
they got
don't-
rid of him.
We don't
I'm
attach
glad they
anything
got rid
to
of
Mel.
him. What did you think of the story itself? Because some people have complained that the story itself of Mad Max is kind of shit. Like, the whole film is really just about the visuals, because the story, if you don't know, as we said, basically Charlize Theron decides to escape with one of the main baddies, well, 4 of the main baddies' wives, which are basically women he's impregnated, right?
Yeah.
Well, he's impregnated one of them, and the rest of them are regular beats. Side chicks. Side
The
chicks.
premise of the storyline is very relevant.
Yeah.
Because the whole concept of, it's like they put it in a context of a apocalyptic world, but it's very much now. You know what I mean? It may be an apocalyptic world where everybody's been murked and everyone's dead, but look what the basis of what the film is about. It's like the main currency is petrol. Is that not now? Is that not why
true.
the world's always at war?
True,
For
true,
the past
true.
100
For the
years,
oil,
we've been
for
at
the
war
oil.
for oil. So technically, it's not that. And like that whole concept of, obviously he sci-fied the whole concept on how he did it in terms of the fact that they worship. Was it the 8 valve or whatever it was? Do you know what I mean? Like basically car engines or whatever it was. Like, you know, when they're all like wilding out and all that shit. Like, I thought that it was weird again, because like I said, I don't like all that weird shit. But I could appreciate what he was doing in terms of the fact that oil, they worship oil, they need oil. Oil was like the currency. It's all about the cars and the trucks and shit. And I thought it was kind of smart, showing a different kind of world. I just thought, like, I remember when my brother first told me about it, when he went to see it, and he was like, he hated it at first. Watched it a second time and said, you know what, it's actually not as shit as I thought. I liked it. And because I remember the first thing he said to me, he said, like, literally, they just go one way.
I remember
through
he
the
said
desert,
it when we went
and then they
cinema.
go
Yeah,
all the way to
the
the
back.
back.
Yeah.
And I was just thinking, oh God, I definitely don't want to watch this film.
when you
But
said
watching the film with that even in mind, I was like, that's actually still kind of genius. Like, because the film is literally one entire road chase.
It's a chase. The whole thing is
The
a
whole
chase.
film is a chase. And
So
it's
you were
sick.
happy with the story, you're saying?
I liked
Did you,
it.
you didn't have a problem with it? Yeah, no.
It was weird.
I don't really have a problem
Like,
with
and
it.
do you know what's crazy about it? Like, watching, like, I like to judge films on rewatchable value as well.
Oh, I
And
would 100%. I'm looking to get that on Blu-ray, bro. I'd watch
I'd
that
watch it
again in a
again.
heartbeat. Yeah, definitely.
I'd watch it again.
Definitely.
And I don't like films like that. Like, I genuinely don't like. I don't like weird visuals and shit. Like,
I don't
with
mind
the
them,
face
but
paints
yeah,
and the
yeah.
crazy. Nicholas Hoult did an amazing job.
Yeah, he disappeared into the role.
Yeah,
Because he done well on that. He was kind of jarring but crazy in it.
Yeah,
Like,
but
he worked.
I like how his character ended. Like, spoiler alert, like how he died. Like he saved the day. Kind of thing. That was dope. That was dope. I like that.
Oh, remember that weird sacrifice thing they were doing when they used to
When they
spray
spray
their mouth.
the
That shit
silver,
was
that shit
weird,
was crazy.
bro.
Yeah.
That shit was
That
some weird
drug
shit.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that gets them high and shit.
So, I mean, I was gonna ask this. So you don't think this is Tom Hardy's best movie?
Hell no.
Damn.
No way.
What do you think
Not
is?
even close.
What do you think is? Are you a Tom Hardy fan? First off,
massive
Yeah?
Tom Hardy fan.
Yeah.
But there's a couple of his films that I haven't seen. But
I'm hearing great things about Legend. I don't.
Yeah,
what everyone's
it might
saying.
end up
that's
being that,
big.
but I haven't seen that yet either. And
I ain't seen that.
I liked him.
We're gonna review that on and up. Don't worry,
Most
we'll get to
definitely
that at
we
one
have
point.
to.
We
We
will
have
watch
to.
that. Yeah.
I really liked him in Inception, but he wasn't in it enough.
Yeah, but he was sick in that though. He was sick.
Do you know what's crazy? And this is kind of weird that I'm going to say this. I think off head, without thinking about it too much, Bane. I like him in Dark Knight Rises.
Amazing. He was amazing.
He's got some of the best lines in any film. His open. I still rinse that. I think at least once a week I say the opening line. Who are you? It doesn't matter who we are. All that matters is our plan. His voice is sick. Do you know how many times I watched the opening scene of Dark Knight Rises?
Is sick. His voice
it's ridiculous.
His voice is sick.
He's like, what? I mean, all that matters is our plan. What? Nobody cared about me until I put on the mask.
He's sick.
What?
He's sick. He's sick.
One of us must be found with the wreckage, brother. Bruv. Oh my days. Go stay with the fire. The fire rises. Bruv, he's got the best lines.
The fire rises.
Bruv, that's his best role for me.
Yeah.
That's
He's sick in that. He's sick in that.
I love it. I think I watched Dark Knight Rises because of Bane, not because of Batman.
I was born in it. The dark.
You was merely what? You was merely what?
I think you said you learned to live in the dark or something.
Yeah,
I was born in it.
I was born in it. What?
Yeah, he was sick.
He's got the best lines, fam. The best lines in that movie.
Have you seen Bronson?
Yeah.
Brilliant.
Bronson might be his best role.
Yeah,
Bronson
for me,
might be
that's
his best role.
might
I'll
be
take
his
it
best
back.
role because he smashed it.
And that's another thing. I can't stand Refn, the director. Don't like
Okay,
him.
yeah.
Don't like him.
Oh yeah, that's
Don't like
Drive
him.
guy, isn't it?
Yeah, directed Drive and directed my second worst film of all time.
All time.
It was Only God Forgives.
Only God Forgives.
You know it's been knocked off the top spot
with
Under the Skin.
Oh, you've watched it now?
Yeah.
Scarlett Johansson.
No.
Oh,
I still haven't finished it. That's how bad this film is. The film's so bad, I've been struggling to watch the same movie for 2 weeks. I watch like 10 minutes a day.
Have you watched The Spirit? Yeah.
Yes, bruv, we've talked about this. I don't hate The Spirit.
The Spirit is, I think, my
Samuel
worst
Jackson,
movie ever. I'm not sure if it is yet.
Bruv,
Let me
it
think about
can't be. It can't be.
It really
because
is.
I'd watch The Spirit again.
Wow.
As bad as it is, because it's not great, I'd watch it again. Go watch Only God Forgives. Go watch it.
Only God what?
Right.
Only God
what's his
Forgives
name?
and
Not
Under the
Robert.
Skin. What's worse?
Brother, Under the Skin. Under the Skin is taking the top spot.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Like, Only God Forgives. Like I said, this film is an hour and a half long, yeah? What's his name? Ryan
Gosling.
Ryan Gosling, sorry. And I like him. He's a brilliant actor. Excellent actor. Hands down his worst.
I don't like him. His voice is too soft.
That's hilarious.
He has a very soft voice. Listen to him speak.
Definitely don't go and watch this movie. He's trying to be hard. And
it doesn't work. Oh, mate, look.
Bruv, this film is an hour and a half long, yeah? And real talk, you see how we were talking about Chris Tucker in the last podcast, yeah? And how long, like, basically the Chris Tucker live is an hour and a half, and it's half an hour too long. Same as with this movie.
Okay.
Because they dragged out the scenes. Like, you think I'm joking, it's worse than Chris Tucker. It's worse. It's like, no word of a lie, you'd be on a scene and you'll still be watching the same scene for about an extra minute. And
Then you need
nothing's happening.
Yeah,
It's almost like you've paused it.
Wow.
Watch it if you think I'm lying. Watch it if you think I'm lying.
Okay, I'm going to watch that. I'm going to watch that. I'm going to watch that, and at one point we're going to diverge on another podcast, and I'm going to speak about my views about that because I need to watch that.
Please watch it.
Sounds really bad.
Like, again, I rate films on two things: rewatchable value and level of entertainment. Like, it has to entertain me. That's what films are made.
Yeah, definitely.
Not entertaining at all. Like, you just want it to finish.
And some movies I watch just to laugh at, like the sci-fi type of movies,
of course.
Steven Seagal movies, anything Steven
But see,
Seagal
that's
related.
entertaining. If it's making you laugh,
It's entertaining. That's
But
what I'm
this is
saying.
what I'm saying. These movies I'm talking about do not entertain. You just want to press stop. But because you started, so you shall finish.
Yeah.
It's one of those things. And real talk, Under the Skin is hands down, and Woo's gonna love this. One of our boys, Woo. He's the one that made me watch this because we had an agreement that if he watches Only for God Forgives, I would watch Under the Skin. And he's angry with me right now because every time we talk, he always brings up the fact that I haven't watched Under the Skin. And I keep telling him I'm angry with him for making me watch this film, but I'm still trying to watch it. And like I said, for the past 2 weeks, I've been watching it Like, I try and watch it 10 minutes every other day. Real talk, I don't even think I've touched an hour yet. The film's and I don't even know why this film is an hour and 45 minutes long. Nothing happens in this entire film. Like, what the hell was Scarlett Johansson thinking?
So Mad Max itself is kind of the opposite to Under the Skin, basically, because Mad Max seemed like they never stopped going from the moment the film started.
Mad Max just blam.
Straight on.
There's no
Gas
talking
pedal,
in Under the
straight
Skin for
on.
the first 5 minutes.
Yeah. It's just hard. It's hard. I thought Charlize Theron was amazing in it. I thought she done a good job. I think she was strong. Shown that she was kind of a leader.
Tom Hardy, though.
What, in real life?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, he's a method actor.
Yeah.
Stayed in character, pissed everybody off.
Okay.
Yeah, so they didn't get on. Even he had beef with George Miller.
Serious.
Yeah. Like, I don't know why Tom Hardy does this. Like, Tom Hardy is like Daniel Day-Lewis. You know these guys that just stay in
Well, you
character.
got some people take it real seriously.
I mean, I'm not saying they're not allowed to do that, but I mean, I get it because they follow and believe in their craft that much. But I don't know. Someone needs to have a conversation with them or the rest of the cast and let them know that they're doing this, because it seems like the communication levels are poor with the actors and the rest of the crew and the rest of the cast. Because I've heard this many times about method actors pissing off other people on set
Christian
because
Bale.
they don't come out
Another
character.
type. Yeah, Christian Bale.
Like, why is everyone getting pissed off at them? If that's their method and their way to do it, then let them do it. But maybe someone needs to tell everybody that they're in character. They're not going to come out of character. So just get used to it.
Don't you think about what we're talking? It's really weird though. Think about what you're saying. You're pretending to be someone else.
Do you know what's weird though? It's
on
weird.
camera, and then when you stop the camera rolling, you
still-
continue to pretend you're not getting paid. Nothing's happening. No one's really watching unless you're going somewhere.
That's hilarious.
But you're pretending to be someone else.
You know what's weird there?
That's fucking weird.
But I'm a creative. You're a creative. Yeah. So you have to understand the concept behind it.
I get it
may
to a
not
certain
do it
extent.
that way,
I
but
get it to a certain extent.
Think about it this way, yeah. You don't want to make no mistakes. You don't want to flop. So, like, in terms of the character you're playing. So you're thinking, okay, let me stay in character in the sense that the camera's rolling, I'm playing this role, and I don't want to lose. Like, think about when you're in a studio and you're recording music, yeah, and you got to record the same verse about 6 times. You record the first 3, and then you go away to have a cup of tea, and you come back to record the second 3, but they sound nothing like the first 3. Now, if you, in a sense, carried on reciting the words as you came away to have that cup of tea, and you kept on staying in the same tone that you were when you did the first 3, there's a strong chance that when you come back to do the second 3, you will sound exactly the same because you didn't stop. That, to me, is the science behind method acting.
But then you got to flip that. So that's me doing that for my bars. But what they're doing is I've left the studio, I've recorded the song, and I'm still spitting my bars. You understand what I'm saying? Almost the reason why you're doing it is almost done. So why continue? I find it.
But
I'm just saying. I
the
find
job's
it,
not finished yet.
I know, but it is really, bruv, because if you got to think, actors, I'm sure there's thousands of actors, and I'm sure maybe 10% of them maybe use this? Maybe 20? I don't know.
right.
It's hard to gauge, but
Okay,
I just
but
think,
let me
how
throw
can
one
there
thing
be
out there,
other quality actors that don't need to do it? But then some people like to be extra and eggs up, like Daniel Day-Lewis,
Hilarious.
and do it.
But let me throw something out there then. Have you not noticed that all of the top actors that have been method actors have all won Oscars?
Because method acting is an easy way to get an Oscar,
I think it's harder. Daniel Day-Lewis did it and won it for My Left Foot and won it for... shit, what's the other thing he won it for? Was it In the Name of the Father?
yeah, I know the one you're talking
Yeah,
about.
but he killed it. He's got 2 Oscars. I think De Niro method acted for Taxi
Driver.
I think he did that. I think he method acted for that. I don't know if Pacino did it for one of his roles. Like, those
I
are the
don't
roles
know, man.
that
I
get
think
recognised.
it's very weird.
It is weird.
I think it's extremely weird.
It's art, though. And it's like, art is, in a sense, unquestionable in the sense that however it comes out.
It's just... why are you still doing it when there's no camera? It's just, I genuinely try to get my head around it, and I appreciate your analogy, but it's still. So when I wake up in the morning, I'm that guy. Yeah,
You stay in character, yeah.
but I'm not that guy though.
But you're trying to be him. You're trying
Why
to
can't
be
I
him.
just practice to be him and then go back to being myself? Why must I?
Because you want
be
to
him?
embody. You want to embody the spirit of the character.
Fucking weird. Anyway, let's just wrap this up. Mad Max.
That's fucking funny.
What did you think? How many picks?
Oh, do you know what? Like, I liked it a lot, but because I don't like these sort of films, I can't give it any higher than a 7. I'll give it a 7.
Wow, we disagree on this one, man.
Yeah? What are you giving it?
I'm talking like 9 picks, dog.
Freaking hell.
For me, it's the best visuals I've seen all year in any movie.
Might be true.
I'm just gonna
Okay,
keep
well
it
then let's
real.
meet in the middle and give it an 8.
I'm happy
Let's give
with
it an
that. I'm
8.
very
Mad
happy with
Max
that,
gets 8 picks.
8 picks, which
Yeah.
means solid watch. Go and watch
Yeah.
it. We both
Yeah, you're
highly
right.
recommend it. You'll enjoy it.
Yeah.
I think it's coming out on Blu-ray if it's not already. I think it's actually already out, but
The
if it's not, it's
visuals are
coming
phenomenal.
soon.
I even like the title screen. Like, I liked it a lot.
Yeah, it's worth checking out, definitely. So that's Mad Max, y'all.
Yeah, I'd watch it again.
You are locked into Urban iPlayer Radio, the world's first urban podcast network.
Now we're going to be going on to the final section of today's show.
Oh, goodness.
With today's
my
episode.
favorite section. My favorite.
Kwame's favorite,
Love this.
which is the Urban Classic Movie Review.
Oh,
where we take a
now.
movie, an urban movie that came out from the 90s or so, and we review it. You should have watched most of these movies by now. If you haven't, we hope to be putting you onto movies that you haven't seen.
Yeah.
We're getting, and you know what? And the thing is, I'm going to keep it real with people. Right now, we're keeping it very mainstream. We're really going with the classics, but there's some unearthed classics that I'm sure people don't really remember or don't really know about, and we will draw for them at some point.
We're
so
gonna
don't
go
worry
in.
about that.
We're gonna
we will
go in. Definitely.
Because the one we're going to draw for now, let's be honest with ourselves, is one of the most well-known, biggest urban classic movies ever that still stands the test of time.
Probably the most watched, it might be. Like
comedy, yeah, definitely.
Everybody across the board, and we call it an urban classic, and it is. But all walks of life has loved this movie.
Yeah, definitely.
Like, it really affected and touched everybody.
Resonated a lot of people, man. Yeah.
It's so well made.
And what was that movie, dog?
The movie is Friday. Trying to find another day.
Ice Cube, Chris Tucker, Nia Long,
Do you know the
Bernie
soundtrack
Mac,
was amazing? The soundtrack for this movie was amazing. Seriously.
Debo, classic characters.
Classic.
So
like, will forever be remembered. Let's get a breakdown.
Let's break down.
Let me get a breakdown.
Let's break down the story.
It's Friday, and Craig Jones, played by Ice Cube, has just gotten fired for stealing cardboard boxes.
Which he didn't steal.
He didn't steal them.
He didn't
What you
steal
stealing boxes for? What you trying to build a clubhouse? I know you ain't going out like that. Pop's talking about kicking you out again. Yup. So I know the dialogue for this movie.
Really?
To make matters worse, rent is due. He hates his overbearing girlfriend Joy, played by Paula J. Parker, and his best friend Smokey, played by Chris Tucker. Owes the local drug dealer money. And that's all before lunch. As the hours drag on, Jones and Smokey experience the gamut of urban life, complete with crackheads, shootouts, overly sexual pastors, concentrated in one single unbelievable Friday.
So
this is a classic movie,
bro. This is classic.
Classic movie.
I mean, boy, like this is one of the movies that you grew up watching over and over and over
100%.
again because it was just. It felt like a classic as soon as you watched
away.
it. You know some movies you watch and when you're watching it, you're like, damn, this is just some classic shit.
Do you know when this came out, Streatham Canon was still there.
Wow.
This was in the canon. Remember that was the seminal black cinema for the ends, for South London. Like, if you wanted to watch a black movie, you knew it would go to
Streatham Canon, which was up the road to past Streatham
Streatham
Odeon
Odeon.
as if you're going to Brixton.
Like, I
This
saw
is
some
South
movies
talk.
in-
I know we're talking like everyone knows South,
I
but
know,
yeah,
I
this
know.
is South talk.
Well, they
right
need
now.
to get to know because that's where we're from. innit? So get to know.
Get to know.
Streatham High Road, which is down the road from Brixton. Brixton is world famous, so you know Brixton.
The Cannon, that was the one, man. That was the
Cannon.
one.
I saw Gremlins 2 there. I saw
Wow.
Terminator 2 there.
Wow.
Yeah, I saw all them old school movies. Yeah, and they weren't even hood movies, but they felt like it because you're in a cinema with just a bunch of goons and everyone's wilding out.
So you saw this in cinema Friday?
Yeah,
Smashed it. Smashed
crazy.
it. That must have been a dope experience.
So you got to think, like, what year? This is 95, right? So 95, I was what, 16? Was I? Something like that.
Sound like that.
15,
Sound like
16, I
that.
think.
Sound like
Yeah.
that. Around them ages.
Yeah, I think I just started to go college, I think, or something like that. Yeah, letting everybody know my age. I don't give a shit. I'm an old nigga. Yeah, and like this film, like it changed the game as soon as it came out. Like, and the thing is, there hasn't been a movie like it since, but it really stood on its own. But the way like it introduced the world to Chris Tucker, like. He had never done a movie before this.
No.
He
that's what I'm
literally had
saying,
come from
man.
Def Comedy Jam.
That's what I'm saying.
Ice Cube had seen him and was like, yeah, I want you. I want this guy. This guy's the one. Got put him on, and next thing you know, he become a massive star.
Amazing.
From this movie.
Amazing.
Do you know what I mean? Like,
And Ice himself smashed it for writing it.
Ice wrote this movie. Like, you know how I feel about Ice Cube. But Ice Cube is like one of the biggest, most unsung heroes of our generation in terms of arts and culture. Like, I don't think, like, if
He's done a
doesn't
lot, man.
win,
He's done a lot.
if he doesn't win the Humanitarian Award at BET Awards or Lifetime Achievement Award, like at some point, not yet, because he's still got a long way to go in terms of let him become at least a slightly old man because he's still relatively young.
Don't you think you say your sight's a bit low for Ice there? A BET Humanitarian Award.
No, do you know why? Because I think
What do
for-
BET know about humanitarian shit?
That's hilarious.
Like, what award from BET is going to mean anything a year after you receive it?
That's hilarious. Okay, but
That's
then
what, you know.
Yeah, okay, then, but what award would you put above that?
I don't think there's an award Ice is ever going to be eligible for. I'm going to be honest with you.
Break that down.
He's not going to win an Oscar, is he?
Nice.
He's never going to win a Grammy again, is he? So
why not BET then? That's the only
BET
award show he
award-
should care about.
Yeah,
That's
but
the only
they
award show he
give
should care
awards
about.
for anything, correct?
Yeah, but why can't he get the Lifetime Achievement Award? for
Oh
his-
no,
for
fine.
arts
Get a
and
Lifetime
culture?
Achievement Award. That's fine, but that's like, do you not think that's a bit pointless? It's BT. Who cares?
Nah, I care.
It's B.
Like-
It's
We're black, we're
BT.
supposed to care. No, it's not a good thing about it. It's like we hold these other
It holds
awards.
no weight.
No, but
It
we
holds
hold
no
no, it
weight.
does though. We hold these other awards in such high regard when it doesn't even represent our culture. BET at least tries to, even though it's now owned by Viacom, which obviously kind of defeats the purpose of what it was.
Yeah.
But at least you got BET. Well, they still got the Soul Train Awards. They even still do that. I'm not even sure. But that's the closest thing we. You really don't care, do you?
Yeah, I
really
don't know.
give a
Like,
shit.
yeah, I mean, it's BT. So what?
Nah, man, but we got to have something. Aside from that, what else do we have? We need another award show.
We need Denzel to do another Oscar role so we can get another Oscar in the bag. That's what we
No,
need.
we don't. See, why are you rating Oscar so highly? Don't
Because
rate-
we need to.
No, we don't.
Okay,
No, we don't.
okay. Let's break this down, yeah? None of these other award shows, other than like the Screen Guild Writers Award, stuff like that, they're not going to mean anything in comparison to, let's just say, winning an Oscar or
See,
winning a
that's
Grammy.
the thing. Everybody puts the Oscars so high. Oscars, bruv. Do you know what? Do you know how you should rate yourself as an individual? And this goes across the
You know,
board.
Chris Rock hosting Oscars again this year. Just saying.
No
The next Oscars.
way. Are you
Yeah,
serious?
Yeah. The next Oscars is what he's hosting.
Really?
Chris is back.
I'm not gonna lie. That's quite impressive. Even though I don't rate the Oscars that much. I don't.
I'll watch it for that. But yeah.
Yeah, I'd watch it for him because he's hosting it. I'm still pissed that Eddie hasn't done it yet. Like, it's really bothering me that he just chose not to do it.
Yeah, you don't need that.
But do you know what though? There's a big again, I'm a big Eddie fan, so I know the history of shit. So in terms of Eddie, part of me knows why he hasn't done it yet, and we'll talk about that another time. But yeah, no, in regards to the Oscars, it's like I think especially for the urban scene, our scene or our people who will be making movies and acting and producing, doing all these things. Yeah, it's all good and well to like the Oscars, but bruv, bottom line is the Oscars don't represent us. They never have and they never will.
But don't they represent good acting
Not all the time, no.
or world-class acting?
No, they don't. Not all the time, no.
I mean...
Think about it. Okay,
so what does BET represent?
Let me put this to you.
What does BET represent?
Because if they did, bruv, let's look at this for a second.
I'm listening.
If they actually did represent good acting, would they need a board? Wouldn't it be the viewer's choice? It's not the viewer's choice.
But the board is made up of peers, actors, writers.
Yeah.
But look, I'm not going to defend the Oscars.
Yeah,
I think they are biased.
Please
I think
they are
led by other award shows, I admit. But I also admit
Same as the Grammys, by the way.
Yeah, it's same with that. But I just talking about prestige. And unfortunately, the world that we live in, there's no award that Ice Cube is going to be eligible for.
A BET.
There's no award of worth that Ice Cube will be eligible for. A BET award is like getting... I don't know. I'm going to find an analogy for this.
I kind of agree with you.
Shut this shit down.
No,
Come on.
I kind of agree with you only because BET is not black owned anymore. If BET was still black owned, and this is crazy that I'm going to say this, and you're going to shoot me down for saying this, but if BET was still black owned, like by Bob Johnson or whatever, and it wasn't owned by Viacom now, I truly would say, like BET, and I still half feel this, that to me is the highest accolade a black person should look for. Is a BET.
What about the NCAAP?
No.
BET.
Because if you know what the NCAAP is and who runs it and what it's for, you know it does nothing for black people. So it's kind of a pointless award.
I don't know. I think it's hard to root for BET. When I turn over, it's just adverts. It's just adverts every time. Yeah,
it's true,
like I don't know what do they show on BET. I don't watch it. Please, just tell me what they show.
They got some decent shows.
Just give me one show on BET.
They got a woman's show. They got The Real.
What's The Real? Is that a black loose women?
Yeah, basically. In fact, it's exactly that.
Fuck off. That's ridiculous. That's ridiculous.
And they've got Wendy Williams. You know, they've got Wendy.
Yeah, that witch. Nah, that's...
Why she gotta be all that?
Yeah, she looks like a witch, though.
Yeah, but she's funny, though. She's quite funny, though.
So, yeah.
They got some sitcom called Let's Stay Together. They got...
Is that with one of the twins from... No, not the twins from... No. I know it, though.
There's quite a lot of shows on there. They've got this African show called Sugar, which is actually very well.
But it feels like it's okay. For me, it's the equivalent of an MTV award for anything. It means nothing.
But does an MTV award mean nothing? I mean, it is the same.
I think it means nothing. I think they mean nothing.
Viacom owns both MTV and BET now, so
they can just be giving out awards to everyone. It seemed like it, but it seems like nothing.
Cube could win an MTV award.
I guess he could. A
VMA.
Yeah, a video music award. Nah, I say making
he hasn't made
no tracks in a while, man.
Actually, I'm chatting shit. So
today was a good day, a long day.
Yeah, it was a long time ago.
Nah, I ain't doing it. Yeah. But I mean, I think going back to the movie we're reviewing. Yeah, I think Ice not only smashed it with Friday, but he smashed it by getting. Next Friday? Friday after next?
Next Friday and Friday after.
Friday after next?
Yeah. Next Friday was the one after with Mike Epps.
Okay. You got all the barbershop thing popping off. Remember barbershop?
Man's created franchises, fam.
Barbershop 2.
3 is supposed to be coming.
That's what I've heard. Like, Beauty Shop with Queen Latifah.
Yeah, the spin-off. And it's like, I don't think people realise his levels. Like, this guy is a bloody genius.
He's a genius, man. He's a genius on many platforms. He's a genius on many platforms.
Not only has he created franchises in the Friday franchise and the Barbershop franchise, it's like he's been a part of other franchises. He was XXX2, Triple X2, which I know you hate. Yeah. I love, and I wish they made a Triple X3. Obviously,
they will, but not with him.
Yeah, they'll change it. It'll probably be Don Cheadle. They should make a Triple X3. That would be dope.
Shoot someone on set. Man.
And I don't know. There's a lot of other film projects he's been a part of. Like Ride Along now is becoming a franchise.
Yeah. There you go. Ride
And,
Along too coming.
The honest truth is, I think the Ride Along franchise is good because of him and not Kevin Hart.
I agree, but yeah.
I'm not even saying that because he's like a great actor. Because I mean, let's be honest. I mean, he's not the greatest actor.
No, but he's not bad.
He's not bad. He carries his projects, and that's surprising for somebody who's in a sense not a trained actor. He carries all his projects, and he's done a lot.
No, I agree.
He was in Three Kings. I know the other day we one in the first podcast. I think podcast one we was dissing Dangerous Ground.
Yeah, that's terrible.
hilarious.
That was terrible. But he's Three
done
Kings.
well,
Yeah,
like-
he's done well. Obviously, Boys in the Hood was his
His breakout
role and stuff like that.
Yeah.
All About the Benjamins with Mike
that's a dope
Epps.
film. Liked it.
Are We There Yet? I know some people don't like that.
I
but
don't
it's kinda
understand why
joke,
people
stuff
hate on
like
it
that.
so much. So I think, if anything, him making Are We There Yet and Are We Done Yet shows his level of genius. The fact that he could branch off and make a family film. This is a dude that was in NWA and his number one hit was Fuck the Police. And then now he's writing
Kid
films,
movies.
kid movies. Like, that's sick. Like, don't hate on somebody because they can broaden their horizons. You kind of know what I'm saying? And that's what's funny when I hear people saying, is this the dude that did Are We There Yet? Like, yes, it is. So you can't recognize that that's genius.
You can't.
You're trying to put him in a box because you want him to make gangster movies. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, that's just stupid. That's ignorant.
You know, one thing this Friday did introduce me to, we're just going to lower the tone. Nia Long.
Oh,
Oh, my
God.
days.
But he didn't know. She was in Boys in the Hood, fam. Like, you forget.
She wasn't that nice in Boys in the Hood. Watch it again. What
is wrong
No.
with
She
you?
wasn't that nice.
What's
She
wrong
wasn't
with
that
your
nice.
life today?
She wasn't that nice in Boys in the Hood. She wasn't that nice.
What?
She wasn't that nice in Boys in the Hood. I'm
I
gonna
don't
say it again.
understand why
Her
your
hair
life is like this.
Was a bit tough.
What?
Yeah, she hadn't quite grown into the body. The face weren't really all there.
She was cute as... Okay, you know what? To be honest, I
Just
can
keep it
understand-
real.
I know,
Just
I
keep it
understand
real,
what you're
innit?
saying. But cast your mind back to when you first watched it. Did you not think that? You thought that though, right? Because I
What,
know I
in
thought...
Boys in
when
the Hood?
you was watching Boys in the Hood when you was a kid,
Nah, fam.
you didn't think she was amazing
I
back
thought the thing that the house that he went to and man had to
God, yeah.
escape from the thing. That's the thing that man used to check
that
for.
was the thing.
Nia, I never used to check for.
Really?
Until the jogging scene on Friday. I'm gonna keep it real. I'm keeping it real. When she was jogging, you were like, damn, boy.
Yeah, you're right.
That and
You're
you know what?
right. You're
Another
right.
thing, the genius of that film is such like it don't branch out a lot. It's literally a lot on the stoop.
That was original. At the
That's
time.
some original shit at
Yeah,
that time.
at
That
that
really
time.
was still. And even now, that's a clever way to
Yeah,
film it. They kind of go and say,
amazing,
and especially a comedy. Because, you
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? A lot of comedies are like to take it all over the place or, you know what I'm saying,
That
get a bit
film-
too physical with it.
80%
Was on the
or
stoop.
90% was on the stoop with
Serious.
just the two of them.
That's sick.
That is crazy.
That's sick.
That is genius. See, it's like, bruv, I give all of that props to Ice Cube. And obviously, I know DJ Pooh wrote some of it.
Yeah.
But that's Ice Cube. It was his concept, his idea. Like, that's dope. Like, and because he was pushed by John Singleton after making Boys in the Hood, he was like, you can do this. And if you want to do it, because that's who he said he went to.
Okay.
And he said that, you know what you can do is you can.
You know,
can
you
write.
find a way to get John Singleton into every single damn episode. I
know
swear
something
he's
about black
been
directors.
mentioned in every damn episode. What about F. Gary?
funny.
Yeah?
Bruv, I was going to touch on F. Gary.
I know we've spoken about him. We spoke about him.
F. Gary, and this is a massive claim here.
Whoa.
And tell me if you can beat this.
Okay.
F. Gary might be the best black director.
No, I can't beat it. No, wait.
Not including Spike Lee.
No, including Spike Lee. He's better than Spike Lee.
Nah, because I think Spike has his own niche.
Spike has his
is-
own style.
He has his own style. Okay, you know what? Okay, including Spike. But for me, Spike is like a black Woody Allen.
Okay, yeah. You
he
know
has
what?
his
Move
own
Spike
lane.
out.
He's in
Move
his own
Spike
lane.
out. Yeah, I think F. Gary Gray is the best
He's the best black director.
black director. Do you know what his next film is?
No. Negotiator 2?
No. It is a sequel
No way.
to something.
Wait. It's not the frig
It's a sequel.
That's so annoying. I forgot the name of the film because I know it's not this film. I just wanted to say it 'cause I think it'd be funny if they did a sequel for it.
Which?
The one with Jamie Foxx.
What?
Law-abiding citizen 2.
Oh
that's
no,
it.
no, no, no.
Imagine
There was
they did a
talk of that though. I
For
don't know.
what? For what?
But
Go on.
F. Gary Gray's next film, Fast and Furious 8. I'm keeping it real. Yeah.
Oh my God. To be honest, if it's not Justin Lin, why not?
Why not? Why not?
Why
And
not?
they're going to New York.
He can do it. He's the guy. He's the guy to do it. You just
Italian
you've
job.
Just gassed my life.
Yeah. Done his thing.
No,
he knows
real
how to work
talk.
with
Like, if
cars.
we're honest, name a shit F. Gary Gray film.
There isn't
I
one.
can name a shit Anton Fuqua film. Hands down. I can name a couple. I can't name a shit.
Name a few still.
I can't name a shit F. Gary Gray film. I can't. Every film he's made is phenomenal.
Yeah.
Everything.
Yeah, he ain't really put a foot wrong.
And I'm not even talking about, this is before Straight Outta Compton. Before that. Before that. I'm talking everything he's made from Negotiate. Like, there was films I was watching and I didn't know it was his until I saw his name in the end. I was like, oh my God. This guy.
He done his thing, bro.
Do you know what I mean? Like, he did Law Abiding Citizen. I didn't even know that was him. Do you know what I'm saying? And then,
That's sick. A Man
obviously,
Apart.
he did Man Apart. Are you mad? That film, I didn't know that was him until the end as well. Do you, like, I'm watching this guy direct and I'm like, is this the same dude with the Jericho and the Afro in Coming to America? Like, he's a big director now. And let's not even talk about Negotiator.
No, we don't. Let's
Like,
not.
damn,
we threw
this
that
guy
out in
can
the
direct.
first episode, man. This guy can direct. And I mean, I'm sure
He's going from strength to strength. Him
he
doing
is,
Fast 8
he
is a big
He's going to
deal.
be doing his thing, man. So, I mean, all in all, if you're listening to this and you haven't watched Friday, I think really like, what the fuck is wrong with your life, fam? You must have watched Friday before. And if you haven't, like, literally, once you've done this, please go buy it, go watch it. You're going to be cracking up still. Yeah?
It's still classic. I watched
Still
it a couple
classic,
days ago.
still amazing, still joke.
Yeah.
Gave us the world, Chris Tucker and Ice Cube, and we're happier for it.
Yeah.
So, picks.
Oh, bruv, we didn't even touch on one of the funniest comedians of all time in that movie.
Bernie Mac.
Bernie Mac. Dude was in like 2 scenes and he killed
everything.
What's up, brother Craig? Like, Bernie Mac is a freaking comedic
He didn't put
genius.
in on this man.
I need a
The
little bit
catchphrases
from my
on
color.
Friday. There's too many catchphrases.
Too many.
There's too many.
That's one of the reasons why that film was an instant classic. Because so many catchphrases came from that film.
Got knocked the fuck out.
Little bit
all
of
that
twin,
shit.
twin, now.
Twin.
Yeah.
All of that shit, fam.
Oh, there's so much in Friday when you think about it. There is a lot.
Are we?
God
Let's go
damn,
picks.
devil.
Let's go picks.
10.
Afro picks. 10?
10.
10 all the way.
That's easy.
10 all the way.
That's
That's
easy. But I told you this was going to be a problem.
Yeah.
I'm going to give 10 to most of these urban classics.
It's going to be
because
interesting, the ones that don't get 10s.
Yeah,
that's
that's
the
what it
ones we
is.
should discuss,
Yeah,
really,
because
because that's going to...
These movies are the ones that kind of shaped my life and they shaped my vision of like being a writer, director.
Yeah,
These are the films
yeah.
that made me want to do it. Like we
Yeah.
talked about The Best Man recently.
Yeah,
now,
yeah.
The Best Man, watching it like not that long ago was literally like, watching The Best Man made me think I need to write a rom-com like this. If it's not on this level, then I'm not writing it.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying? It's one of the films that makes me want to, not ultimately direct, but I like it for its writing as well as its directing. Directing's good, but it's the writing. Do you know what I mean? Same as Friday, the writing, the comedy in that, and the fact, like you said, it's set on the stoop.
Yeah.
And it's still hilarious.
That's one like situation, really. And one day.
One
and it's
day
still
as
an
well,
amazing
yeah.
movie.
And that hadn't been done like in a long time.
in
It'd
a
been
long
done
time.
before, but not
And not in
focused
a-
on
definitely
the
not
fact
in
that
a
the film was
comedy.
called Friday, set on a Friday. The whole film is set in one day.
It's Friday, you ain't got shit to do.
Yeah.
You know
like
how
the
it
only
go.
other black film I think that did that was House Party. That was set in one day. Do you know
Which
what I mean?
we're going to get to them ones as
Yeah,
well.
and we'll touch on that. But no, Friday, 10 picks. That's a full cone.
10 picks for me.
Full cone.
And you know, amazingly,
Perfect
we're at
movie.
the end of the show again.
Damn,
So-
man, time's flying.
Yeah,
when
man.
we do
Yeah,
this.
we got to do this, man. But when you love this shit, you love it.
Yeah.
Where can people catch us at?
You can catch us at urban_iPlayer. That's on the Insta and that's on the Twitter. So let me give that to you
One
again.
more time.
At urban_iPlayer. So make sure you go check out our Insta.
Yeah.
Our Insta, like I always say, our Insta is probably one of the funniest and most informative Instas that you will follow. So make sure you log on and follow us. You'll always catch jokes on
And
our
stop
Insta.
beasting on things.
What, Insta?
Yeah,
innit?
yeah. Stop beasting for a second if
I'm
you're
not
a
gonna
man.
lie, though. I do it sometimes. I can't
Okay, we
help
all
it.
do it, but I'm just saying, for a minute, just stop beasting and fling a follow. Ain't nothing wrong with that.
Just come
Still,
and follow us, man.
and things, stop hating on other things and looking at other things and talking about their clothes and shit.
It's true,
Give
innit?
us a follow.
Just follow us, man. And then comment. Please comment and let us know what you think about the films that we've reviewed. Let us know about the films we've reviewed and tell us what you think about them. Tell us if you liked them and tell us what you thought about them when you watched them.
Definitely.
Let us know if you think our reviews are crazy wrong or crazy right. Let us know. Follow us.
And that's it, y'all.
That's it. Two urban guys at the movies. Signing off from Kwame. Signing off from Enigma.
Yo.
We out.
Peace.
Peace.
You are locked into Urban iPlayer Radio, the world's first urban podcast network.